Guys, we're back with a new, improved PVE tier list. Now, the reason why I say it's new and improved is because we changed the, scalings and ratings for all the cookies on this. Instead of going from meta to, SS tier to don't use, in this one, we're doing it a bit different. We're going from great everywhere, to guild boss, to alliance, to master mode, to world exploration, to don't use. Just so we can more specifically categorize where cookies are good at, instead of putting them in an S tier or a meta tier. I think it's better just to show what modes they're good in. And how this will work for most of the cookies is if they're in one tier above another tier, that means they're going to be good for all the tiers below their current tier that they're in. Now, that doesn't apply to some of the cookies in the guild boss tier, which we'll talk about later in the video when we get there. But yeah, just wanted to make that known. So guys, let's start this little escapade off with the Sucksy McBussy don't use category. Now, this is just going to be a brief overview of the cookies I don't think you should be using in any of these game modes for PvE, just because they're not really good or not really suited anymore for this game mode. Either there's much better cookies for them, or they're just complete dog water for any of these modes. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it here. So if you have any of these cookies, I really wouldn't invest too much in them if you have any of the cookies in the list above. So let's go ahead and talk about our real first category, which is going to be world exploration. Now, in our world exploration tier, guys, these are the cookies that are going to be good just really for world exploration. They might be able to be used in other places, but really their main focus and main use is going to be world exploration, and they're not really good anywhere else. So, the 9 cookies we have on this list are Parfait, Espresso, Seaferry, Sorbet, Vampire, Affogato, Fin, Cream, Unicorn, and Boo Berry Cookie. Now, like I said, guys, these cookies are really only good for the world exploration mode. Not to say they can't be used in any of the other modes. I just found other cookies in those modes to be better than these cookies in those modes. So that's the reason why we have them here. And yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and move to our second category now, because that's kind of like setting a baseline for the bare minimum you want to use in Cookie Run Kingdom as far as modes go. So now moving on to Master Mode now, which is a harder variant of World Exploration Mode. Now for this, we only have about 6 cookies in this list, because I do know these cookies work in World Exploration Mode, but I also know they work in Master Mode too, where some of the cookies in the World Exploration Mode don't work in Master Mode. So starting off with the 6 cookies on this list, it's going to be Licorice, Pumpkin, Frost Queen, Cocoa, Blotted, and also Oyster Cookie. Now the reason why we have so many summoners in this list here is because summoners actually is a really good thing to use in Master Mode, especially World 1. World 1, where you have the dogs and the little cake hounds that kill you in one shot. Summoners help out a lot with that mode in particular. Also, Frost Queen can help out a lot. Coco can help a lot with stun prevention if you don't have any other stun prevention. Because Coco actually carried me through quite a bit of stages on this, so yeah, that's why I have them there. And also, we have the boy Claudia here because he does decent AoE damage in this mode. So yeah, that's what we have here. Now on to one of our main modes, which is Cookie Alliance. Now guys, Cookie Alliance does get a little bit sussy. The list does expand to quite a few more cookies on this one. So on this list, guys, we're going to have Mala Sauce, Purple Yam, Madeline, Dark Cacao, Wildberry, Crunchy Chip, Black Pearl, BTS, Stardussy, Capsaicin, and the new Saber Cookie. Now, all of these cookies here work really well for Alliance Mode, Master Mode, and World Exploration Mode. And these are the cookies I would recommend that you use for the Cookie Alliance. I feel like this is something I should have mentioned in the beginning of the video. Any cookies on this list that have a magic candy, I am accounting for their magic candiness. I'm not talking about them at base form because they're not really good at base form. So anyone on this list that has a magic candy, they will be using a magic candy, and that's how I made this list, is based off of their skill with the magic candy. So yeah, for this list in particular, Mala Sauce is really good for Cookie Alliance. The burn damage really helps you get through it. Purple Yam has been amazing almost every single season for Cookie Alliance since his candy came out. He just blasts through Cookie Alliance pretty easily, actually. Madeline actually has a pretty good time in Cookie Alliance too, because now he has a lot more self-sustain, and he gives himself a shield, and he does a lot of AoE damage on top of that, so that's why he's here. Dark Cacao Cookie, come on, that man's busters. Wildberry, also busters, provides some extra damage risk and some stuns for Cookie Alliance. Crunchy Chip Cookie, the same thing can be said there. He slows down enemies and also has summon, so it helps you out with that. Black Pearl Cookie can remove shields and has zap and does AoE damage, really good there, and also does a pretty good amount of damage. BTS, because when you get debuffs, you just get shields from them. Also, they give you pretty decent healing. Stardussy, Capsaicin, burn damage, of course. And then, of course, finally, we have Saber Cookie, which helps support Madeline if you're going to use Madeline on here. Also does give a buff for the team as well. It works decently in Alliance. That's why they're at the very end, because if you don't use Madeline, then they're not too good, but you know how it goes. But halt! That was actually kind of smooth, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. Guys, we are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and only 7% of you guys are actually subscribed. So, if you're like the 93% that's not, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to push 1,000! subscribers. I know it's not a big number, but that's just the goal I'm setting for myself. I would really love to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can keep pushing out content like this to you guys. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the best cookies for Cookie Alliance right now. Now, on to our next tier, which is the Guild Boss tier. And you know what that stands for. That means this list is going to be starting off with Rye Cookie. Then we have Pomegranate, Caviar, Macaron, Prune Juice, Carol, Cherry Blossom, and finally Blackberry Cookie. Now guys, we know why Pomegranate is good. Pomegranate can be used as a substitute for most of these things here. Pomegranate can be used in literally all the modes below. She gives an attack buff, and her healing is pretty nice too. Also, she can be used on some teams for the Living Abyss, and she can also be used on the Avatar boss as well, so that's why she's here. Obviously, we know why Rye Cookie's here. Rye Cookie, main DPS for Avatar if you're still running Avatar. Captain Caviar is pretty much a mainstay now for the Living Abyss boss, so that's why he's here. Macaron can be used on the Living Abyss, and he can be used on Avatar as well, so poggers there. Prune Juice Cookie, top DPS for the Red Velvet Dragon, which is one of the main teams that most guilds, or most high-level guilds anyways, are running right now, and that's where all your damage comes from. Now we're going to get onto the territory where these cookies are really only good for Guild Boss, and I wouldn't use them in any of the tiers below, that being Carol, Cherry Blossom, and Blackberry Cookie. Now, Carol does provide some pretty good support for the Living Abyss team, and that's why they're on this list here, just because there is a team with Werewolf that is really, really good with Carol Cookie. Now, as far as Cherry Blossom goes, Cherry Blossom is pretty good for Guild Boss. She is definitely the best in Avatar Boss, but she can also be used in the Living Abyss too if you don't have like a full Living Abyss team. She can work in the Living Abyss boss to give you extra attack buff. So yeah, that's why she's on this list. And of course, Blackberry Cookie. We know why she's here. Blackberry Cookie is obviously really good for the Avatar boss. She gives crit for the whole team and she hits multiple targets. And she's on one of the top damaging teams for the Avatar boss, so that's why she is here. Now guys, with that out of the way, on to the final tier, the top tier, the number one, the creme de la creme. Or at least the car salesman told me that when I went to go buy a car. He told me the car I was buying was the creme de la creme, so I figure that's good. So yeah, on to the great everywhere category, meta category, whatever you want to call it. Really just the cookies that are good in every aspect of the game. And lucky for you, this is the biggest category yet. Now guys, why this category is the biggest is because most cookies, or a lot of cookies now, are just really good in every asset of the game that they're releasing. So guys, on this list, we're gonna have Pure Vanilla Cookie, Hollyberry, Cream Puff, Eclair, Werewolf, Squid Ink, Charles Cookie, Cotton Cookie, Sherbet Cookie, Moonlight, Face Donussi, and also we're gonna be having Milky Way Cookie here. Now guys, these cookies are good for literally everything. Now guys, I don't think I need to explain why all of these cookies are good, but literally these cookies can be used in every single facet of the game. They can be used in Guild Boss, they can be used in Alliance, they can be used in Master Mode, they can be used in World Exploration, and they are great everywhere there. So if you have these cookies, please invest in them because they will be good in every single facet of the game. These cookies will literally carry you through all of your PvE content. Not to say they're the best of these categories, but they are the best overall and all-around cookies. That's why I put them in this category. But yeah, guys, that's really going to do it for this tier list today. I'm kind of just laying the groundwork for a future tier list that I do surrounding PvE stuff, because this is the format I think we're going to go with now. Tell me if you guys like this format in the comments below. Also, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel too. We're trying to push 1,000 subscribers. This video will probably come out after the month's already ended, so if we're not there yet, please subscribe so we can hit 1,000 subscribers. You guys did a great push. Honestly, I am so thankful for you guys. You guys really pushed it this month. I know I've been pushing that subscribe, and honestly, you guys have really pulled through for me. You guys have been subscribing like crazy, watching the videos like crazy, and I really appreciate that. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys. And you guys make me want to make more videos, more I guess green screen videos, more like entertaining videos for you guys. So I am recording something right now in the process of it anyways, so when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna try to release it around that time, but it might not happen around that time. It just takes a lot to film this one. I'm putting a lot of work into it. It's gonna take, you know, maybe like a day or two to actually film it, and also it's gonna take maybe probably a week to actually edit the video. And also, as a 1,000 subscriber special, we're also doing a baking stream on twitch.tv/YouTube Can't See Me, where from there we'll be baking all of the cookies. Basically, what we're doing is we're gonna be baking cookies that look like Cookie Run characters, or attempting to anyways. But yeah, that's the plan for when we hit 1,000 subscribers. I'll be posting that VOD, and also I'll be making a video out of that whenever we do that. So yeah, I'll make sure to let you guys know in like in the community post section when we're doing that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye bye.